I love that taunt, Danny. I gotta get me a taunt. Give me something.
Danny, who has better moves, my player or you in real life?
Oh, definitely my player. And please don't ever make me prove that that's true.
No, I won't.
I love the theater. This is beautiful. Oh man. Oh yeah.
Sorry, that was my fault.
I was trying to get it to you, Jordan. Actually.
That was my fault. I got to set you up bad.
We're good. We're all coming to paint.
They're gonna be in the panel.
Richard, we're seeing a lot more back-to-backs now at this mid-portion of the season. What are those like to play in pro players?
Oh, they are fun because it's a mental challenge and it's a physical challenge more than anything on that one. But I love it. I am not opposed to back-to-backs because you know what? There were players that used to have to play them and fly on flights in the morning. Now we get to fly on private jets. So if they can do it, we can do it.
And you got to get your rest, though, between those games, don't you?
Yeah, you got to get your rest. You got to get your sleep. But do not eliminate the back-to-backs. I love it.
And the starting group for the Spurs. Sharing the wing spots, it's Vassell and Johnson. And it's T.J. McConnell, and it's Bassey in at the 5. McConnell kicks to Vassell. Here's Bassey. Just 5 on the clock. And the foul called on P.J. Washington. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, they've got their eyes on him, calling the foul right away.
Here's Roby. He's covered by Washington. Roby can't hit. And here's Hayward. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
And that one was all about offensive execution, running your plays, picking your spots.
And no team is going to shoot 50% every night, but this team has the right approach. When the shots are falling, they can light it up.
Here's McConnell following the bucket by the Hornets. Here's Johnson, and it's sent back by Plumlee. Ball with a wide open look. Again, the Hornets score.
It really exemplifies who Hayward is. A team player, someone who enjoys spotting his open teammate. And after winning the 2021 Rookie of the Year, LaMelo Ball was even better his sophomore campaign. He continues to grow his game.
Now, here's McConnell. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. For Charlotte, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. And there's the bucket from MP. And for LaMelo Ball's second year, Greg, where did you see him improve the most?
I think taking on more of a scoring load, Ball's points per game were significantly up. But LaMelo also improved his three-point and free throw shooting numbers. So rounding out that offensive game will be important.
Here's Roby after the made shot from MP. 6 to shoot. Here's Vassell. Misses, and the dry spell continues.
Oh, wow. Okay, we're going to start the game with 4 straight misses. Look, that's about as rough as it gets. It'll get going soon.
The shot's good.
Not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
Painful to watch, guys. You could see the frustrations mounting, unable to get into any kind of a rhythm whatsoever.
It seemed like any time they strung together a few baskets, they just went ice cold so quickly.
Now, here's McConnell. Roby the pass to Vassell. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Hornets leading by 10. Inside, MP. Terrific assist and nice finish. Solid play all around.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The pass to Vassell.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
And here is Johnson.
2 minutes.
Passes it to Roby. Back to Johnson. 18 feet out. Ball with the rebound.
See, that miss right there, it's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
There's one thing that's become clear about this Hornets team. They've become one of the best passing teams in the league.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
Yeah, and even up big, still playing the right way, keeping that aggressive nature and attacking the rim.
He just looks off this quarter. It looks like he's forcing it a bit right now, a little bit in his head.
And Charlotte's passing has improved a lot in the last few seasons. Greg, even more.
Yeah, their assist numbers have been terrific, and they keep their turnovers to a minimum. That's a trend you want to see continue.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hornets. Nick Richards. He's checked in for Plumlee. McDaniels comes in for P.J. Washington. Oubre's checked in for Gordon Hayward. And it's Rozier in for Ball.
All right, everyone. That was your little stinger. Wow. Once again,
1:19 left to play in the first. Pass to McDermott. Covered by MP. He gets that one.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
Yeah, not the start that they wanted, but maybe that basket was all they needed to get into a little bit of a rhythm. And he's made his mark on offense especially. They got to be thankful he's on their squad.
.46 seconds left to play here in the first. Richardson outside. 5 to shoot. Spurs passing it around. And stolen by MP. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Here's Oubre. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
It also allows them to play inside out, which will make them even more difficult to defend.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Shoots from the high post. Zohan, the pass to Collins. Tries yet again, and he sinks the layup.
He knows his job on the glass, and he does it well, cleaning it up and sending it right back.
Here's MP, and the layup falls. MP's got 17.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
And that's it for the first quarter in what's been a very lopsided game. Hornets ahead, running away with it. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a comfortable margin for the Hornets here, guys.
They came in on a mission, razor-sharp offense in that first period.
Can they keep up the pace? Who knows, but they're already in a great position to win this one.
MP is out there with LaMelo Ball, and it's Hayward. Then there's Kelly Oubre, and it's Williams at the 5. Home in the paint, so that's the Hornets 5. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, MP in the last matchup against Atlanta had a huge game. He scored 54 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what became a great exhibition on his part. His numbers were off the charts. He was unguardable, and he knew it. And he took advantage of it. Kevin, back to you.
Now, David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
Expect them to go to him early and often. Don't want to let that hot hand go to waste.
Washington's checked in for Kelly Oubre. And when people talk about defense, the term boxes and elbows comes up a lot. Great for our audience. Can you explain what that's about?
It's a great point, Kevin. And listen, the two defenders on what we call the boxes.
So it's the Charlotte Hornets.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, your Hornets 47, the Spurs 32.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at MP in this game, guys, he has been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
On the court right now for the Spurs, sharing the wing spots, it's Vassell and Johnson. It's C.J. McConnell, and it's Roby in at the power forward position.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
Here's Johnson. No good that time. And the Hornets now going the other way. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points.
And after a 2-decade-plus playoff streak, the Spurs have been in the lottery the last 3 seasons, and they're focused more on youth and development.
And that one is good.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Snatched away. And the foul called on MP.
Number 10.
That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul.
And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for San Antonio. They haven't given up any points here in the second half.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
Pass to McConnell. Back to Johnson. Beyond the arc. Rebound, Gordon Hayward. Richard, the Spurs with one of the youngest rosters in the league. Some quality young talent that they're very excited about.
And also acquiring draft capital. And they have a history of finding some great players outside the lottery like Tony Parker and Manu Ginobili.
You're right. They've always done it.
Yeah, you got to when you're a small market. Got to invest in development.
Here's Vassell. And the rejection by MP. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by MP. A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Just 2 to shoot. Once again off the mark by San Antonio.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat. Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end.
Free throw good, MP. Spurs trail by 20. Johnson outside. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. For Charlotte, they've gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. MP, good.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Man, their offense is clicking. Players, coaches, everybody, they are in sync.
Johnson kicks to Vassell. Now the pass to Roby. To the inside. Lock at 6. McConnell against Plumlee. A shot by McConnell, no good. And here's Charlotte. Right now they're on a 9-0 run. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What do you got for us, DA?
Thanks very much. Now, for 22 straight years,
Charlotte has gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. The forwards are Hayward and Washington. LaMelo Ball is out there with MP. And it's Plumlee in at the center position. So that's the group out there for Charlotte. Pass to Plumlee. Back to MP. Plumlee trying to break loose. MP, no good. And the foul called on MP.
At the line for Charlotte, Mark Williams. One shot.
And that one falls for Williams. And the Spurs with possession. It's a 14-point game. Pass to Vassell. And stolen by MP. MP throws it down.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
It's always nice to perform like this, especially in front of the faithful home crowd.
And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.
Exact same. I like to look like myself in the game.
Oh, that's a good shot. Let's go. Bash, cast,
Come on,
splash.
baby.
Oh, Danny. That's Danny the goal right there.
Okay.
Let's go.
3-point specialist. See, I need shooters like this all the time when I'm streaming.
Oh, man.
They be out there bricking.
Now I understand why Bash never invites me when I want to play with him. He's like, I need guys that can shoot. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Going to the paint.
Yep.
They get nothing down here.
Nothing.
Yeah.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Welcome to the NBA Rising Stars Challenge, a game that has become such a special part of all-star festivities.
And that's really because it always provides us with such an entertaining look. This has been a perfect warm-up for the All-Star game. I mean, it has all the fun and excitement of the big game with the added element of introducing some of the great young stars to the league's fans.
And it's a completely new group for USA. So Team World's 5 right now. We've got Yurtsevin, and it's Duarte in at the shooting guard. Nemhard, the pass to Yurtsevin. Here's MP, and MP throws it down.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
This really has become one of the signature events of All-Star Week. I know you love it, Greg. It gets everyone into the mood for all the festivities that are soon to come.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it's such a great way for these young players to show off some of the fancy moves that they wouldn't even dare to attempt in a regular season game.
Up and in with the jumper near the hoop. MP's got his second basket of the game.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And it's just something about the Rising Stars Challenge. It gives each of these young players a chance to really do something special on a national stage, maybe for the first time in their professional career. And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
It's all about the ability to get 2 feet in the paint, whether it's creating for a teammate or for yourself.
You brought up the big stage these young guys are on tonight. For so many of the fans, Greg, who are still, just getting familiar with these players, it really is a great welcome to the NBA moment.
It really is a showcase. And for each player, whether they have great moments or not, just being chosen to participate is a huge honor. And it says a lot about where they stand amongst their peers. And we haven't seen very much of him in the regular season yet, but there's no question he's got a very bright future ahead of him.
I agree with all of that. Even with limited playing time, his talent has been evident, and that talent is strong enough to have earned him a spot in this game. And that says a lot, considering he doesn't play a bunch for his team.
I love this event so much because it combines the world-class ability of these players with the freedom of the playground.
Yep, it's the greatest and certainly the most fun pickup game these players will ever play in.
Here's Mathurin. Shot clock at 6. And the foul called on MP.
Number 10.
That is his first foul of the game.
Foul. Third team foul.
Here's Mathurin. And there's the pass to Orte. Over MP. And the rejection by MP. Bucket is good. Now USA with it. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. And that one drops for him. MP's got 12 in the game.
And he knew it right away when he let the pass go. Owens with a beauty to his teammate.
MP passes to Murray. Good, and the assist goes to MP. And it's a 3-point USA lead. Here's Nemhard. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Duarte. Offline from the top of the key. And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. USA leads by just 3. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter.
Everyone get loud and put your hands together for Yo.
Welcome back as we get a glimpse of the future here at the Rising Stars Challenge.
And it has been a fantastic game up to this point.
It certainly has. I mean, we know these young fellas can play. And they are putting on a show.
MP is out there with Jalen Green. Then there's Mobley. Then there's Banchero. And it's Barnes in at the small forward.
A little light on the fouls in terms of what's been called tonight. And that's usually the theme in this game.
I agree. I mean, the guys always play reasonably hard, but they don't necessarily play physically, if that makes any sense. The officials' jobs are usually pretty easy in this one.
And for Team World, we've got Kuminga. He's out there with Wagner. Alperen Şengün out there with Josh Giddey. And it's Benton in at the guard position.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
Wagner outside. Back to Giddey. This is a Şengün. And the foul called on MP. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another beforehand.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. And the foul called on MP. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
Wagner finds Şengün. And that one drops. Şengün's got 7 points.
And there's no question he was going to be playing in this game. Because as far as a first or second year player goes, he's about as impactful as any in the league.
That's exactly right. I mean, he's quickly become one of his team's most important players. For most guys, that can take years, but it's happened really fast for him.
Barnes against Wagner. And the layup's good off the glass. Wagner's got 4 points this quarter.
Not a lot in the way of defense here tonight, but, you know, that's about the norm.
Yep, this game is always going to be about offense, about entertaining these fans as much as possible.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
And they've repeatedly froze inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
For USA, they've been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
It will be a re-jump.
And it's Team World with the ball. And he uses the glass on the layup. Green's got the lead up to 3 now for USA.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
That's good by Benton.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Count it, good. And Carroll's got his second bucket tonight.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
And USA, their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. Right back after this break. And it's time to get back into it at the Rising Stars Challenge tonight. So USA wins it.
Can't say enough about how well all these young men competed here tonight. A great show for the fans and a clear picture of just how many talented up-and-comers we have here in the NBA.
Greg, no doubt there are some future greats among the players we saw here tonight, and we're pleased to have brought you all the action. So now for Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan saying good night, everyone.
I like it. Great choice. Those suit you perfectly. That seems like it suits you. I like it. Great choice. I like it. Great choice.
Good stuff.
We coming with that Miami defense.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I see you, Bash. Oh, that was a good pass. I tried to hit you, though, Bash.
Oh, here it go. Here it
Good
go.
shot. Let's go.
Yes. Yeah. Man.
Let's go. Good game. GG's.
Super solid. I make it when they count, you know?
All-star action is on the menu tonight. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Hill.
Oh, he tried to pose. He did a little pose.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad. He did the pose, left hand pose right there. Then the throw down. Not the elite level that we're accustomed to, partner.
So we'll see John Morant second.
Yes, sir.
Now it is underway. Yeah. And here we go with Shep Owen.
He bounces and he's about rim level with his head there. But look at how high he gets up with no runway, Kevin.
Yeah. And here we go with MP. Last but not least, coming up fourth, he's seen the rest. Now let's see his best.
Now he's getting ready to launch. And
I'm anxious to see what he comes up with here.
It was a nice little clutch, double clutch, little rock the cradle, off 2 feet.
Yeah.
Elevation was excellent. He was almost looking in the rim. And then the throwdown was on a 1 to 10. It was a 5 in power. So that
Williamson's got a decent lead going for him as round. So it'll be Zion Williamson here. And we're back. All right, here he comes.
Oh, man. That was nasty. He went and got that, and then he had the scissor kick. And then took it down between the legs.
That is tough. So we'll see John Morant. Oh, that was nice, too, now.
He went around his legs, front,
under his legs, and the 360.
Yeah.
Oh, he spun, though. He had a little half.
And here we go with Shep Owen. That's
nice. Because no alley-oop there. So when you got to generate your own bounce without that ball as a target, I think those are even more difficult, Kevin.
That's a great point. You're right. And here we go with MP. All right, Clark, he's up for his second dunk right here.
And Kevin, I think he...
All right, Clark.
Here we go.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah, that was good stuff.
Complete
Excellent body control. Yeah, full.
A one-handed double play.
Oh, yeah, that's a full 360. That's a full 360 going against the grain. Counterclockwise 360.
Yes. And never minimize the ability to hold on to that ball with one hand with all that other stuff going on.
Yeah, and that makes it look stupid.
Yeah, it does. You're right. Williamson's got a very tight race here with 3. So it'll be Zion Williamson here. Well, he's the lead.
Spectacular.
So we'll see John Morant.
Going after it here, Kevin.
He is. Okay. All right.
If you're going to do the self-toss, man, you got to... That's pretty good, though.
He suspended himself pretty good.
Yeah, he hung. Hang time with...
And here we go with Shep Owen.
Check this out. Check this out.
Again, anytime your back is to the basket, I think it's worth some points.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yep.
Oh, the no-look.
Off the backboard.
Behind his head.
Flying in.
And here we go with MP. And our last contestant looking to finish big.
He just runs past the goal in a relatively simple throwdown. Let's see if he gets that arm, how he cocks it. Coming in from the side here. Up. Throw down left man.
And it's official at last. What a champion we have this year. Let's reveal the winner of the dunk contest, Zion Williamson.
And once again, the dunk contest didn't let us down.
And Clark, the fans just came out of their seats time after time.
And tonight certainly did not disappoint. From the excitement to the energy and, of course, to the jaw.
If it's your first time jumping into my team, I definitely want you to get used to just the mode in general. Definitely try out like clutch time. Clutch time is a 5-minute quarter game. You're basically jumping into the fourth quarter. It's tied up. Try that offline first. I definitely recommend the offline stuff to get used to like the different animations. But after that, you're gonna get better players. You'll be able to get rewarded for it, and then you'll be able like just to jump into online.
ep28 Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Welcome to our coverage of the NBA All-Star Game with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. This is Kevin Harlan.
And guys, this really sets up
Substitution
on this town for All-Star Week. There's been a bunch of fun events going on all over the place.
And Greg, it's like that every year. I mean, no matter what city is hosting, it becomes a mecca for everyone who wants to take in one of the greatest scenes in all of sports. Not only to watch the best players, but to be seen by the other stars in the crowd.
On the floor for the West All-Stars. Randall out there with Anthony Davis. Then there's Devin Booker. Then there's John Morant. And it's Ingram in at the 3 spot. Here's Davis, and it's Davis with the jam.
Well, Davis, so dominant, so strong, so athletic, so skilled. He got everything he wanted right there.
And for me, this is always one of the best weeks of the year. So much fun for everyone involved. Fans, players, coaches. What a blast.
Yeah, the NBA knows how to throw a party in celebrating its game. There's no doubt about that. An All-Star Week is one great show after another.
Well, I think, as is always the case, the story of the game tonight won't have a lot to do with defense.
That's the way it always is. I mean, a half-court alley-oop or a spectacular behind-the-back pass, that's exactly what the people want to see in this game.
1:19 left in the first quarter. And then Morant slams it in.
And I'd have to say the decibel level just rose about 300% in here.
Certainly sounds like it. I mean, there's nothing these fans love to see more than highlight reel dunks, and that one certainly qualifies.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
He's been a huge factor in this game, and drives like that show how valuable he is on the floor.
Morant finds Ingram. One up, one down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
How crazy is Ingram? How ridiculous is Ingram? I mean, just toying with the defense with his ball handling skill.
Towns trying to get open, and MP gets it to go on the assist from DeRozan.
Well, you can't expect lockdown D in the All-Star game, especially in the first half.
Morant surveying the D. Booker dishes to Davis. Back to Booker, releases. Rebound by the East All-Stars.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just basically does on that.
You know, as a distributor and dime dropper, Harden has really got a nice eye for how to get teammates shots, and does a really good job setting up the shooter.
And finished off by Davis.
There's no stopping that. AD is too long and strong to bother that alley-oop.
Down low, here's MP. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. And the rejection by MP. And so lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. The East All-Stars up on top. They're up by 1. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. Some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. West All-Stars lead by 5. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Get ready for your East All-Star Dance Pack.
And it's time to strap in as we get set to bring you the... So it's the West All-Stars picking up the win.
And it's impossible to know what's going to happen in these games. The talent on both sides is always so strong. But tonight, the West seemed a little more comfortable playing together as a unit, and that's what earned them the win.
You mentioned that all broadcast long, and sure enough, it came to fruition. That brings us to the conclusion of our All-Star Cup.
Chains on, walked in this, put on my chains on. Yeah, she finna do what I say so. Okay, she finna do what I say so. Walk, 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 walk. Walked in this, put on my chains on. Walked in this, put on my chains on. Thought that was my pants. I won't buy her no flowers, but I buy her here. Yeah, I came from Iran. Auntie, and she out in Japan. Woke up in the morning and I went and spent the 50 bucks. How was you? Ran out in Colombia. And she called my phone. That's not my son. Walked in. 80,000 on my wrist. Yeah, sipping. Don't sip. No way. Walked in this, put on my chains on. Walked in this, put on my chains on. Yeah, she finna do what I say so. Okay, she finna do what I say so. Walk, 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 walk,
I like it. Great choice.
All of the offense, right? You got to be the one to play make, put the ball in the hole, create open shots for everybody. So this 6-1 build is going to be able to do all that. Offensively, you are a juggernaut. You have a 92-3 ball. You have a 96 ball handle. You get the Hall of Fame clamp breaker, unpluckable, hyper drive, quick first step, all the things you're going to need to beat your defender off the dribble. You have an 86 driving dunk, so you can still attack the basket, 95 acceleration, and on top of it, you still have 76 perimeter, 79 steals, so you're not a complete liability on the defensive end.
Get ready, folks. These two teams love pushing the ball. Greg, we could see a track meet tonight.
Two of the top fast break teams in the league, Kevin. As far as keys, limiting turnovers is going to be big because they each want to get out and run when they get the chance.
And a look at the starters for the Hornets. The forwards are Hayward and Washington. LaMelo Ball is out there with MP. And it's Plumlee in at the 5 spot. And the news looming over this team, Greg. What will MP decide to do this offseason?
Yeah, MP's deal will run out at the end of the year. Where he signs in the offseason will surely change who is viewed as a contender.
MP outside. Washington finds MP. Charlotte moving the ball around. Russell with it. Now guarded by Ball. To the paint. That's good from Edwards on the assist by Russell.
What you love about D'Angelo Russell, he can impact winning with both his scoring and his passing.
And now in the final year of his contract, D'Angelo Russell trying to get back to that all-star level and the promise that got him that last 4-year deal. Some power coming from the PG.
Ah, that's right, GA. Seeing more and more of that these days. Backcourt guys who can elevate.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
And after a lackluster performance in last year's playoff, Russell has some making up to do.
Yeah, and the efficiency has been a problem. Now, if you're a player whose primary value is at the offensive end, you can't just be a volume scorer.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. MP's shot is good.
Well, you can see how dialed in Gordon Hayward can be. When he's on his game, the vision is exceptional.
Russell kicks to Prince. Passes to Gobert. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
Russell against Ball. He dishes it to MP. Plumlee trying to break loose. It's hauled in by Edwards. The Timberwolves have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Prince wide open, and that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Hayward passes to MP. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. That's now 8 points for MP.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Here's Gobert. It's good.
Now the painted area might as well be Rudy Gobert's domain. He uses every bit of that size and length to assert his dominance.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
And putting that pressure on the rim. That's what it's all about. Trending.
Substitution on the court.
Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. Rudy Gobert is out there with Jared Vanderbilt. And it's Prince in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
The Timberwolves secured a spot in the playoffs last season, Greg, and we enjoyed it after they got that emotional win in the play-in game in the Twin Cities over the Clippers. What a night.
And, Kevin, you can tell it meant a lot to the players. This is a team that has struggled for so long, and by getting to the playoffs, it's just a step in the right direction.
You have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Ball against Russell. Here's MP. Count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Outside Edwards. Pass to Russell. The pass to Vanderbilt. 4 on the clock. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Hornets.
They haven't been afraid of getting hit on the way up, marching their way to the line and capitalizing.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
McDaniels, he's checked in for Prince. Pass to McDaniels. The 3. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got his 4th assist in this one.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
Outside Russell. To the middle. Here's Gobert. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Gobert's got 6 here in this quarter.
Boy, we think of Rudy Gobert as a rebounding and rim-protecting force, but right now he is in rhythm offensively.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Now, you may not know this, but Gordon Hayward was a 2-time Indiana State singles champion in tennis. He says, in high school, I was better at tennis than basketball, but I've always loved hoops more. Thankfully, I was able to grow throughout high school to get to the frame I have now. He has certainly filled out in the NBA. Kevin, back to you.
Yeah, he sure has. He's been a terrific player to watch and follow. The injury is significant, but he continues on. David, thanks.
But you've got to see the whole floor. LaMelo Ball does exactly that, finds the open man.
Outside Edwards. Passes it to McDaniels. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. LaMelo Ball picks one up.
Yeah, easy call.
And something you always hear about Jaden McDaniels, Doris, is how effortless he makes the game look.
Kev, when I watch this guy play, I feel like he glides through an NBA game. There's a finesse that you don't necessarily see from players his size. He's a handful on the low block. This young man is brimming with potential.
Yep, it counts.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Russell passes to McDaniels. Pass to Towns. Towns is doubled. Outside Russell. A 3-ball. The rebound by LaMelo Ball. And the dunk by MP.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. To the paint. Howard down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We come back right.
Defense team.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You look at MP in this game, guys, he has been everywhere.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
On the court for the Hornets, the big gun on the floor. It's Washington and Plumlee. MP is out there with LaMelo Ball, and it's Hayward in at the 3 spot. And you hear the term point forward, but then, Greg, you had Magic Johnson, 6'9", but still a point guard. So what's the difference?
Well, when you talk about a point forward, it's someone whose versatility extends to their playmaking. Magic is the rare talent who redefined the point guard position.
Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
And trying to extend this lead, no better way than playing north and south, getting after it.
Shot is good, and the Charlotte lead is cut to just 6.
Substitution on the court.
1:32 left in the third. And good that time. And it's 6 points for Anthony Edwards.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Third personal foul.
The first one falls.
At the line for the Hornets, Nick Richards.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Timberwolves trail by 12. Russell kicks to Reed. Outside Edwards. Charity stripe shot. Nice jump shot. Good. Noel's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, unselfish play by Anthony Edwards. Teammate is wide open. He puts it right where it needs to be.
Here's MP. And no good. And Minnesota now the other way. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession.
A split-second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
Catching up on the changes for Charlotte. Plumlee comes in for Nick Richards. And it's P.J. Washington in for McDaniels.
I tell you, he's making everything he looks at tonight. He should be their #1 option on every possession.
We've got 33 seconds left in the third quarter. Towns the pass to Noel. Another miss by Minnesota. Charlotte leading by 12. Inside, here's MP. And MP throws it down.
Excellent recognition from Kelly Oubre right there. So solid, sensing when one of his guys is open.
Outside Edwards. This one for 3. That one's not going to go. And so it's Charlotte sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. Back to the action in just a minute. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
Changes here for the Timberwolves. Reed comes in for Noel. And it's Edwards in for D'Angelo Russell. Terry Rozier's checked in for the Hornets. MP comes in for Ball. Edwards is out there with Taurean Prince. Then there's Towns. Then it's Naz Reid. And it's Gobert in at the center, locking down the middle. So that's the Timberwolves 5. And here's Edwards from the arc. Plumlee with the rebound. Plumlee's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Hayward outside. Back to Rozier. And the pass to Washington. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And the media is able to vote on awards like all rookie. But Greg, those awards can end up determining a player's max salary. Any concern there?
No doubt there is. But somebody has to decide those awards, right? And no matter who it is, there's always going to be some pushback. So as long as contracts are tied to them, that power will be in someone else's hands.
Oh, glad we got a chance to check out that fantastic drive one more time.
There is no let up in this man. He is doing everything in his power to keep this game close.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Hornets.
They bullied the defense here in the paint. Look at all of those buckets inside. Just hard to defend in the paint.
They've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
And the first one at the line is good. And you look at Anthony Edwards, and GA, he is becoming the leader of this Timberwolves team, isn't he?
I think he is. I mean, partly it's his production with his numbers up across the board, but it's also his personality. He plays with tremendous swagger.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Reed, he's checked in for Gobert. Mike comes in for Karl Anthony Towns. Morris checked in for Taurean Prince. And Jordan McLaughlin subbed in for Russell. Here's Edwards, and Edwards with the stuff.
And that strength and concentration from Anthony Edwards. Yes, there's contact, doesn't bother him.
They're in good position here to ride it out.
Certainly, if they just play smart, this game's over. Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Count it.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
Pass to Reed. Outside Knight. Shoots a three. The shot that time not on target. And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that'll do it, folks. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.